If Nietzsche walked among us today, he wouldn't be anxiously refreshing texts or chasing validation. He'd be the unnervingly calm presence, observing the emotional chaos, seeing the deeper power plays beneath surface interactions. Why? Because Nietzsche understood the core drives of human nature: power, emotion, manipulation. He didn't see women as puzzles or enemies. He saw the inherent game in human relating and refused to play it blindly. Most people today, especially men navigating romance, miss the constant unspoken tests, the emotional pushes and pulls, probing their stability. Nietzsche warned, fail to grasp true power dynamics, especially in intimacy, and you risk becoming an unwitting puppet. This isn't about blaming women, it's an invitation to radical clarity. See the world as Nietzsche did, and everything shifts. Reactive impulses fade, deliberate thought takes over. You navigate life with grounded strength and piercing lucidity, the path of self-overcoming. Nietzsche knew real power springs from within. The moment you free yourself from needing external validation or completion, or if you've ever been called too deep for asking the right questions, subscribe, you're among your people. With that in mind, let's explore the core of today's topic: dependency, craving affirmation, chasing emotional reassurance, relying on another for wholeness, our self-forged chain. Tragically, most wear them proudly, prisoners to approval, attention, affection. But the one who cultivates profound inner sufficiency possesses radical freedom. When a partner senses this absence of desperate need, their traditional levers of control lose potency. The dynamic inverts. The chase stops. A magnetic pull begins. The Ubermensch embodies this self-mastery and emotional sovereignty, a quiet, undeniable power that doesn't plead, bargain, or break. The moment your need is perceived, vulnerability begins. The self-sufficient individual walks a chosen path, and paradoxically, others follow. This isn't coldness, it's being unshakable. Cease needing externally, and you lead from within. In emotional storms, Nietzsche knew the one who stays unnervingly calm commands the chaos. Emotional turbulence is often a test, probing your stability. Why? Because a reaction signals control has been ceded. Nietzsche warned, never descend into that arena on their terms. Engaging emotionally means abandoning your center, burning in their fire. But the one who rises above, watching the tempest with detached observation, listening without flinching, exerts a potent dominance in chaos. Clarity is supreme power. Unwavering confidence is rare. Meet screaming with silence, flailing with steady observation. In that moment, they realize you cannot be moved. Godlike detachment. Let others drown in drama. You ascend. Emotion might be a weapon. Cultivated stillness is your armor and sharpest tool. Everyone has a shadow, disowned insecurities, shames, pains. Nietzsche revealed a critical truth: what you refuse to face within yourself, others will use against you, especially intimately. A partner consciously or instinctively will probe vulnerabilities, poke insecurities, dredge up past hurts. If you haven't courageously journeyed into your darkness, stared down your demons, and integrated them, you'll crumble, react, bleed. And the one who has walked their shadow becomes a fortress. When flaws or pains are surfaced, they don't flinch. They've already faced and tamed those demons. This deep self-acknowledge is psychological armor. Own your flaws and no one can weaponize them. True power springs from radical self-awareness. Know your shadow, integrate it, or be ruled by it. And Nietzsche disdained proving oneself to the world. His ideal was relentless self-overcoming. Never diminish your value by competing for attention, especially romantically. Trying to impress or win affection makes them the prize and you the beggar. Power abdicated. Conversely, the one focused on their own evolution, sharpening skills, pursuing purpose, cultivating character, operates differently. They don't chase, they emanate presence, naturally attracting. True strength is an internal wellspring, independent of fickle approval. While others perform and plead for notice, you build, refine, evolve, becoming undeniable because you chose yourself. The paradox: while others chase validation, you chase your purpose. And guess who becomes magnetic? Be the one competing only with your past self. That's true leadership and victory. Nietzsche admired neither weakness nor mindless aggression. He revered power under mastery, the strength to act potently, even destructively, but choosing supreme restraint. This controlled potency is compelling. People are drawn to edge-contained power, a quiet fire, felt but unmanipulable. The overly nice are overlooked, the reckless are discarded. But the one carrying latent strength, controlled danger like a sheathed blade, is unforgettable. They command respect. I could, but I choose not to. Restraint, born of self-mastery, grounded, unshakable. This balance is rare. Transcend the binaries. Neither needy, nice guy, nor careless jerk. Be capable, potentially formidable, but always the master of your strength. Your presence communicates sovereign power. Nietzsche saw explaining, justifying, defending, especially unsolicited or begged for, as surrendering power. It's the language of insecurity, seeking peace or approval. Authentic power doesn't explain, it is. Anchored in purpose, you act. The world adjusts. Mystery builds power. Resist filling silence with nervous chatter or justifications. People lean in, wonder, feel your conviction. She questions why you didn't text. I was engaged. Calm, simple, no apology. That absence of needy explanation is magnetic. Stop trying to be universally understood. Stand firm in who you are. True power speaks less, says more, through presence. Genuine strength lies in being the active chooser, not passively desired. Chasing surrenders your crown, making you one contender among many. Desperation, build an inner and outer reality of such solidity and purpose that you generate gravity. Others orbit you. Your attention becomes a reward. Your time rare, your presence earned. Chasing is peasantry. Build your kingdom. You'll find the gates. When you cease chasing, she wonders about your composure, your lack of effort, why she can't stop thinking. That's the shift from needy to needed. Walk your path with conviction. Followers will find you. Your path is the invitation. Life tests, so will she, not from hate, but instinct, needing to feel your solidity, like fire testing steel. She'll push buttons, question worth, stir emotions. Most take the bait, argue, prove, collapse. The strong see it as a silent trial. Met with "you're not enough," offer a calm smile, proof of inner calm, not weakness. Nietzsche knew strength was still. Passing the test without reaction earns deeper than attraction. Respect. Be unbreakable. Become unforgettable. Welcome the test. Let the fire rise. Stay centered. Real power endures. It doesn't explode. Nietzsche sought respect, not affection. Affection is easy, fickle, easily lost. Earned respect is lasting, resonant, the bedrock of connection. Chasing affection, compliments, smiles, approval, mistakes, pleasantries for connection. But affection shifts, respect endures. If she respects you, she remembers, rethinks, desires to align with your strength. Respect creates magnetic polarity. Value respect over approval. Walk a higher path. Don't tolerate disrespect for peace. Don't bend to be liked. Stand firm. She might not always like you, but she won't forget the man who demanded respect. In the long run, respect breeds deeper bonds than charm. Be liked a moment. Be respected a memory. In a noisy world, mastering your tongue holds the high ground. Most talk too much, explaining, defending, reacting, leaking power, revealing vulnerabilities. Silence, wielded intentionally, is sharp. It creates tension, intrigue, presence. A potent weapon. She expects reaction, you give silence. The battlefield shifts to her. Your silence forces reflection. Shows you don't need to fight. Nietzsche saw silence as the language of mastery. When pushed, questioned, provoked, reach for stillness. not words. The loudest are rarely strongest. Hold silence. Hold control. Anchor yourself in objective truth, not shifting emotional tides. Truth is solid ground. Losing this anchor in relationships pulls you into swirling subjective storms, arguing perceptions, apologizing for non-offenses, doubting yourself. Hold fast to verifiable reality. She feels you're selfish. You know the fact. I was focused on the deadline. Acknowledge emotions, but don't let them rewrite reality or dictate your integrity. Stay centered in what is. Truth doesn't seek approval, it stands. Be that mountain rooted in bedrock, immovable by emotional winds. Hit the like button if you like Nietzsche, and then create your own values. Your world, abandoning your vision to fit into hers, sacrifices your attractive essence, direction, purpose. The visionary leads, doesn't follow. Build your inner kingdom, values, goals, practices, brick by brick, regardless of approval. Don't plead for her to fit, simply live your vision fully. She feels its solidity, sees its results. She then chooses, rise to meet its standards and adapt, or reveal incompatibility and fall away. You never relinquish your center. Be the creator, not reactor. Build a reality so rich, defined, compelling, it generates its own gravity. Keep building, let the drawn find your gates. Don't leave your sight to wander in hers. True power is radical independence, freedom from clinging, begging, fear of loss, not coldness, but self-ownership. Emotional entanglement creates bondage through terror of being alone. Power is calm self-respect facing loss. Never sacrifice values, vision, or peace to retain anything. The strongest isn't who gets, but who can lose and sleep peacefully. True to self. When she senses you don't need her to be whole, your value intensifies. You choose, not cling. Thrive in solitude, engage in alignment, disengage in misalignment. Stay if it resonates, walk away without drama if it compromises your core. Never beg. The one free to walk away holds power. The one who can't has lost. Stop moralizing, fixing, molding others. It's futile. Instead, observe, watch closely, listen beyond words, notice patterns, trust observable actions over spoken narratives. She says honesty, but omits truths. Claims peace, but feeds drama. Note the discrepancy. No confrontation needed. Adjust understanding, expectations, boundaries. Quiet strength. Calm awareness. Does her consistent behavior align with your values, your path? See clearly. Act decisively. Don't cling to illusions. Observe patiently. Truth reveals itself. Power lies in perception and choice, not reform. True strength begins where blind impulse ends. Most are slaves to pleasure, sex, validation, beauty, sensation. Let pleasure rule and power vanishes. You become predictable, weak. The mastered individual is an anti-pleasure. They aren't ruled by it. They choose engagement from sovereignty, not need. Face temptation with a knowing smile, signaling power beyond sensory highs. That freedom from hunger is magnetic. People test for need, meaning one who doesn't drool, unsettles, then intrigues. Direct energy toward creation, purpose, not consumption. Rise above desires, control, pleasure fades, power builds. Master both, become untouchable. Nietzsche rejected chasing external phantoms. His core become inherently worthy, formidable, centered, so the world responds to your gravity. Pedestalizing others, mistaking beauty, common for power, rare is error. The shift, internalize you are the prize. Cease chasing, become the conscious chooser. Stop proving, inhabit your worth. She has beauty, acknowledged. You have cultivated power. Mind, discipline, vision. Power discerns and selects. The boy chases sparkle. The man builds enduring light within. Move bearing the prize. Speech confident, actions purposeful, life reflecting values. Your worth is evident. She perceives it, feels it, follows it. The Ubermensch forges his own crown. Abandon seeking validation. Stand in your worth. You are not a contestant. You are the sovereign storm. The storm commands, it doesn't chase. Nietzsche preached transcendence. Turn inward, hone intellect, temper will, build a sovereign life, answering only to your truth. Become more than you are, not by dominating others, but by conquering the self, overcoming limits, integrating shadows, mastering impulses. Cease reacting, become creating, trade approval chasing for respect, commanding. Welcome tests as proof of strength. Evolve beyond being a pawn. In a world of followers, be a self-determined force. Outsmart dynamics not by hate or games, but by rising above. Forge your crown through self-mastery. Let them talk, test, walk unbothered, unbroken, unchained, a sovereign presence forged in inner fire.